Meat. I certainly eat it. Most people do. Throughout my life, I've eaten lamb, chicken, fish, and kangaroo, but I've never killed anything bigger than a spider. My family have celebrated through food for generations, and with my friends, I have continued the tradition. This is my yaya and her mother-in-law, Old Yaya. Legend has it Old Yaya used to kill chickens daily by spinning them around by their feet and cracking their necks, or cutting their heads off with an axe.
Yeah, this is my husband, outside.
Then my yaya would turn those chickens into her delicious signature chicken soup. Ayalemino, more like ayalema yes. And this is me. If we say on average I've eaten meat 3 times a week for 21 years, that's 3,276 meat meals. How many animals died to feed me? And how many have I killed? None. I have no connection with this steak. If it didn't tell me on the package, I wouldn't know what kind of animal it was. So, if I can't kill it, I won't eat it. Some people think plants feel pain, so I thought I'd start with a broccoli. And I asked Pedro, permaculturalist and plant lover, to help me. So Pedro, do you think that plants feel pain?
Yes, I do.
When you pick a plant, aren't you worried about hurting it?
I have to acquiesce to that as a responsibility that we have to take when we want to eat food.
Do you think that killing plants is very different to killing animals?
Well, I think it's different because we can't hear a plant scream. I mean, they've scientifically shown that the plants react to the pain and even have a consciousness that it's about to happen.
If you tell a plant that you love it and that you're going to care for it, it responds to that?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, I love you, broccoli plant.
May I? Pretty good.
That felt good. I hope that broccoli plant did feel good when it died, because it did taste good. A fish, however, puts up a fight. Every family has their takeaway of choice. When we were too lazy to cook, we'd get fish and chips. The only person I know who goes fishing is my Uncle Father Peter.
When you feel a bite, keep the rod tip high and reel it in slow.
And if I don't feel a bite, I just leave it.
Just leave it as it is and you wait patiently. And don't get too excited.
Peter is a Greek Orthodox priest. He deals with death on a daily basis. So how did you feel the first time you killed a fish? Can you describe that to me?
I was extremely excited when I caught my first fish, and yes, the excitement was so great I didn't consider the death of the fish at all.
Have you never struggled with the fact that you're killing things to eat?
Yes, so I did struggle in my early part of my fishing career. I did feel sympathetic to the fish, but the individual fish has a purpose in life. Is it there just to be looked at? Is it there to be eaten?
So you called yourself a snap.
A snap, that's right. A sensitive New Age fisherman.
So how would I kill fish if I was a sensitive New Age fisherman?
Well, I would catch the fish, place it in a bucket or an esky with fresh seawater in it, take it home alive, and then toss it straight into the pan and cook them alive.
What? What? I was excited when I first pulled the fish up, but that excitement pretty quickly turned to panic. The fish was obviously suffering, so I ended it. The death of that fish reminded me of something I'd completely forgotten about. When I was a little girl, I had a pet fish, Blackie, and when it died, I got my mum to give it a funeral, and as we buried it, I cried. Peter rationalised the death of the fish, so I went to my great-grandmother, Yaya, to explore emotion. My Yaya is the hardest working woman I know.
I'm busy girl because all the time I on the farm, you know. I never stop. All the time outside. Night time I got something inside my room. I work there too. I never stop. Green ones.
My Yaya makes a delicious chicken
I
soup.
get all these black ones, you know.
It's a flavour I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I ate it when I was 4, when I was 6, and when I was 12. But if I ever want to eat it again, I have to learn how to slaughter a chicken. And I thought, who better to show me than my Yaya? Do you think it's good that I'm going to kill a chicken?
Yeah, because goat is size you put in the animals to eat in the people, you know.
So in the village, everybody killed animals?
Yeah, if you underlie, you go in the shop, she gives some fine. But is there here shops to get in if you want something, you know?
Do you think it's better to go to the shops or better to...
It's better to kill fresh one. Shops, I don't know how long to keep it inside.
I think that to kill a chicken's not easy.
Easy.
It is easy.
She cut her head down, try a knife, she make it a little longer to cut it, you know. But for him,
Axe
you
is
know,
faster.
axe is very good.
Cool, yeah.
If you kill it, she leave it longer because after she come black like that, she go, you know.
Okay,
she
so
keep
just hold it.
Relax, you know, something like this, you know.
Oh, far out. I still want to hurt it, yeah. So I just have to be like,
Yeah.
okay.
You scared? If you're not scared,
I'm not scared.
all right, you didn't.
Not scared.
You take your hands. Come on.
Hold my hand. What?
No, hold your hands.
Okay.
You got your hands.
All right. Just like that.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Okay. Its head is up though. Can we make it like
No,
more on the
no.
side?
No worries.
Okay. All right. Shit. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got it. You got the head. Yeah, you take
It's
out.
through.
Yeah. Take out the head. It's got too much. Too long, you know. Just a little bit.
As soon as I'd done it, I wasn't really, I felt kind of ashamed. And I spent the next few days telling everyone about how I missed the first time and hit the table, and then the second time I hit the chicken, but it was in shock and I wasn't sure if it was dead, so I hit it a second time. I didn't manage to get its head clean off with the axe, so I had to use a knife to fully detach it from the chicken's body. It was completely different to any other time I've eaten meat. Of course I understood every time I ate chicken soup that it was chicken. But it wasn't until I killed one that I was eating bits of an animal in a bowl. I've just avoided all the chicken bits so far. I was in shock. Suddenly I was a violent person. And next was the iconic lamb of my Greek heritage. So I'm going to need a little bit more preparation before I go attempting a mammal. So to kill a lamb, I went to see a professional.
I'm sorry I got it. I did give you some wrong instructions after you left Yakka. You should have turned left. These are a couple of Borderless and Merino cross lambs.
For people, you know, is it a common thing to have killed a sheep?
To me, it's just like having breakfast. It doesn't mean it. You know, it's killing a sheep. It's necessary. If you're going to have meat, you need to kill it.
But how did you feel the first time you killed an animal?
The first time I did it, I made a bit of a mess of it, and today we'll sort of do it a little bit differently to that. This is a single shot. You need to feel what it's like.
Okay.
That's it. So you did it correctly too, because you always do it with your thumb.
So that's ready to fire.
That's ready to fire.
You do still sometimes apologise to the sheep though?
I do, every time.
Every time?
Every time. At the moment I'm going to cut it straight, I just apologise. Yeah, I don't know why, but I do. One of these we'll select.
One of these two?
I think it would be appropriate that you should make the decision. Put your fingers where mine are and feel the ribs. And if it feels nice and smooth, it means that it's got some fat on it. Which one do you think's the fattest?
This one felt smoother.
That one feels better?
Yeah.
Well, you've made your decision.
Oh, like that? To get through today, I'm having to switch off how I actually feel about it, because I think that if I get too philosophical or emotional, I won't be able to go through with it. I got really nervous in the car. My heart started beating really fast, and my stomach I feel like I left behind back where we had lunch. Just the fact that it's so soon that I'm going to kill it, I can't really deny it so much anymore that I'm going to kill the sheep. And because I've killed a chicken, like, I'm not completely naive to the fact that it will actually die. So it's a bit different this time. There. Oh shit.
Maddie, I'm just coming for a sec. Perfect. So you're okay? You're not feeling forced into it?
No, I feel fine.
Okay. You don't have to
Kill the sheep?
Yeah.
Should finish what I started. Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck. Motherfucker. Alright, cool. Okay. So pointing it down. Alright, it's in. Gosh. Okay. So just here?
Yep, right there.
And just fire it?
Yep. That's it. Now, take the rifle back. There's a knife.
Okay.
Let's go. Get your hand back there a bit more.
There?
Yeah, wash your thumb.
Is that gonna be right? Will it go in?
Yep. Push, push, push. Three you go, three you go. Push it. Yeah, that's it. Cut, cut. That's it. Good girl. Now cut, turn the knife over.
Yep.
Cut and pull the head back
Yep.
and pull it in. Pull it in.
Really?
Yes. Pull back. Yes.
Further?
Yeah. A bit more. Doing well. That's good. Yep.
Do I have to keep doing it?
That's enough. Yep. Now, I'll just take the tops off. Well done. Terrific. Pretty difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I do now?
Well, the sheep's going to kick a little bit now. Probably the best thing to do is just hold it here. Just hold it here. And then kick. That's it. Well done.
I did keep on thinking, you know, that sheep didn't have to die. And I think that was me telling myself that I was really the one responsible for its death.
You got him? Yeah, a bit more. Now you got him. Now cut.
Frank said killing a lamb was like having breakfast. My breakfast never felt like that. Killing the lamb made more tangible my understanding of my own existence. I mean, that's pretty fundamental to my existence, is that other things die for me to eat them.
Can this segment be Maddie had a little lamb?
It was a little hard to recognise, but this was the lamb that I had killed.
Are you going to continue to eat meat after this?
Well, I haven't actually eaten this one yet.
Oh my god.
Can you eat a hand?
Are you going to eat it?
Well, no, I should.
Because I'll eat it if you don't.
I ate almost all my salad before I touched the lamb, but it wasn't the meat I was avoiding. It was everything I now associated with it. When I finally ate the lamb, it tasted really good, but that new feeling didn't disappear.
As if they haven't done like the Kobe style, like with beef, like Kobe beef. And they like massage it and whack it off and play Barry White music.
Save some a little bit weirded out by being killed by someone.
Cute little fuzzy hair girl. Yeah. She looks so innocent. How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. No, like...
Vote greens.
Sneak it in, Jordan.
Lamb.
No.
I don't eat meat, but I'm close.
I do have like the footage of me killing the lamb. Does anyone want to see this lamb die?
No, you should have shown us before.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should have shown us before.
It's just over there.
Can you make it bigger?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Start.
How did you make it lie down?
I don't think I can watch. I can't watch.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's trying.
It's still alive. It's still
dead.
alive.
No, it's dead. It's just
Not helping the situation, no.
Crazy.
Since killing my own meat, I've realised the question is not do I want to eat it, but do I want to kill it? The flavour is the same, but it tastes different. When I chew and swallow, I remember what it was like to kill the fish, the chicken and the lamb. To understand that, you'll have to do it yourself. Yasu keharasu.